Well, friends, I have finally seen the number one film I have been wanting to see this summer, that being The Flash, which is now playing in theaters. But is this new DCEU film a super speedy fun experience? Or is this yet another DCEU film that's completely not as flashy as you think? Watch this spoiler free review and find out. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the just now released superhero flick, The Flash, released by Warner Brothers along with DC Studios, Double Dream, and The Disco Factory. This is the 13th installment of the DC Extended Universe, supposedly the final film, but let's not think of that just yet. The film was directed by Andy Muschietti. Muschietti. Well, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. I humbly apologize. Tough to pronounce that. Who had recently directed both parts of Stephen King's It in 2017 and 2019. Starring Ezra Miller in the title role, along with Sasha Calle, Michael Shannon, Ron Livingston, Kiersey, Clemmons, and Michael Keaton. Film focuses on Barry Allen, the title character, traveling back in time to prevent his mother's death, which brings unintended consequences. Well, the film's influenced by the comic book storyline of Flashpoint, featuring multiple DC Comics characters, which does feature a cameo, most appearances by Ben Affleck, who was currently the Batman in the DCEU. Plus, you'll see some other familiar faces. Well, maybe a couple others, but I'm not going to get too much in what have you, though. Anyway, we finally get this film and what have you. Well, after helping Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, and well, I'll go ahead and let you hear one name, Diana Prince, alias Wonder Woman, which, yes, once again, is portrayed by Gal Gadot, stop a robbery from Al Falcone's terrorist group, which got wrong. Barry Allen revisits his childhood home. There he remembers his childhood with parents Nora and Henry before Henry's wrongful imprisonment for Nora's murder. Overcome by his intentions, Barry accidentally travels back in time to earlier in the day and informs Bruce about it. Despite Bruce's warnings that time travel can have unintended consequences, Barry goes back to the day of Nora's death and prevents it from happening. But however, as he returns to the present, he is knocked out of the Speed Force by another speedster and ends up in alternate 2013 where his mother is still alive and finds his past self. And he apparently gives his younger self powers that he got, but he apparently loses his. But if that was enough, General Zod is preparing to invade Earth. That's all I'm going to give to you on the story and what have you. No more on this. This is I just give you a brief heads up on just a wee bit of the story, but that's it. No more on the story because this is a spoiler-free review, and you already know that. Anyway, now then, from what I've seen of this, I thought it wasn't too bad. Just some of it was a little, but I still had a lot of fun with it, though. Now, currently, so far, the film sits at 67% on Rotten Tomatoes, which that's fair and what have you. They say it's funny, fittingly fast-paced, and overall ranks as one of the best DC movies in recent years. I agree and what have you, which that's good. Cinema scores given the film an average grade of B, tied with Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice as the lowest grade for a DCEU film. But overall, I don't mind that. David Fear of Rolling Stone says that there are in-jokes and references to how this timeline differs from ours, along with Easter eggs, some cats out of the bag cameos, courtesy of a crisis on Infinite Earths, and a few secrets that are best kept as secrets. There are also action sequences that look more like video game cutscenes than blockbuster set pieces. The post-credits bit that couldn't be more useless or graying. Yes, there is a post-credits scene at the end, but I ain't gonna tell you what it is though. No. I'm keeping that hush hush. Superhero movies, gonna superhero movie. Even the superior ones. Cine Reveal says that the film is a mixed bag. It's a fun and entertaining film with some great moments, but it's also a bit messy and self-indulgent. Fans of this will likely enjoy the film, but others may find it to be a bit too much. Well, that's true. I understand this was just a little mixed than what I expected, but I'm more positive on this than mixed and what have you. Now then, the story was written by, the screenplay was done by Christina Hodson from a story by John Francis Daly, Jonathan Goldstein, and Joby Harold. And I will say, the story isn't too bad. But our cast, on the other hand, Ezra Miller, considering he had some problems in the last year or two, he manages to redeem himself with a good performance in portraying Barry Allen, aka the Flash. Now, I really liked him from this, but now this is kind of a bit of a negative I have. He plays the alternate younger version of him, which I am going to say he's funny at times, and there are times where I don't find the humor all amusing and what have you. So that's only my biggest negative with the film. I do have a slight negative, and that's just what critics have been on. The quality of its visual effects. Now, some of the CGI they used was fine and all, but some of it was not that great. And the third act, well, I can't really put my finger on that, though. The third act was fine, what have you, but it just kept, I won't tell you what have you. However, critics did praise the plot, the action sequences, the humor, and performances, particularly of Ezra Miller and Michael Keaton, who once again plays Batman for the first time since Batman Returns. Which I thought he did great. He was superb. Now we have Sasha Calle playing Kara Zor-El, alias Supergirl. Now, even though she's not blonde though, but hey, I'm an understanding person, what have you, okay? I'm figuring they might just went a different way because she's the first Latina actress to portray Supergirl. But again, I'm understanding and what have you. Michael Shannon once again plays General Zod like he did in Man of Steel, which that happened to celebrate its 10th anniversary not so long ago. Now, I was thinking of re-reviewing that film, but I thought I'd put that on hold for now, because I am going to re-review the Superman films later on this year to commemorate the 45th anniversary of Superman the movie. Next, we have Ron Livingston playing Henry Allen. Which, he took over that role after Billy Crudup portrayed the character in Justice League and its director's cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League. He couldn't return because of scheduling conflicts with filming TV's The Morning Show. But I understand. Kiersey Clemmons plays Iris West. Yeah, and that's another slight issue I have. We don't get to see much of her in this. I mean, unlike what we saw in the now defunct Flash TV series that aired on the CW, but that's another story and what have you. Well, sort of. And we have Antje Traue, I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name, who once again plays General Zod's second-in-command, Feora. And, well, it was good to see her as well. Now, as I mentioned about this and what have you for Batman, Muschier said the character had a substantial emotional impact on the film through his relationship with Barry well, after Justice League, in part because their members were both murdered and what have you. Also, we have Jeremy Irons back on board as Alfred Pennyworth, and many others and what have you. But I won't tell you the other hero is, but because that would ruin everything. And just watch closely. You'll see kind of during Speed Force sequences, you'll actually see through the use of artificial intelligence and deepfake, and we see previous incarnations of Superman, even Batman and Supergirl, which of course included the late great Adam West of TV's Batman fame and the late great Christopher Reeve of the original Superman films. Oh yeah, and even the late great George Reeves, who played him on The Adventures of Superman. We even get their archival recordings of Cesar Romero and Jack Nicholson, who played Joker on the TV Batman, and the Tim Burton and Jack Nicholson who played in the Batman movie from Tim Burton. We even get the Helen Slater from Supergirl as well, and someone else, but I won't give you heads up on that because that would ruin everything if it and surprise you. I'm just going to give you just a little bit of the cameos. Now to do the score, Ben Wallfish was set to compose it, but after previously working with Muschier on It and It Chapter 2, he had also previously wrote the score for another recent hit. Well, yeah, he had also previously wrote the score for Shazam. So Wallfish's score wasn't too bad. I will say that was pretty good. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, my only negative was some of the humor that the alternate version of Barry had. Yeah, most of the humor was fun, what have you, but some of it was not quite. Well, it was just he was just getting kind of annoying, but his humor was pretty good. That's the real thing, not the humor, but it's just he got really annoying at times, and also just a wee bit of the visual effects were kind of yeah. But overall, nevertheless, I enjoyed The Flash. It was very good, and I think it's so awesome. So anyway, I think you might want to check out The Flash. Go check it out. It is playing in theaters. For my score for this, I'm going to give The Flash 4.5 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 9. So what did you think of The Flash? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of Meet the Parents, which I was supposed to give to you a few days ago, but I had to reschedule it for certain reasons. So I hope you liked this, and if you did, check out my reviews for these other recent DC films. Excuse me, everyone. In the upper left-hand corner is my review on Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is spoiler-free. The upper right-hand corner is my review, a spoiler-free review I did on the recent DCEU film, which was Shazam! Fury of the Gods from earlier this year. Or if you would like another DC film, which is not part of the DCEU, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my spoiler-free review of The Batman from last year in 2022. In the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.